Welcome to week 5 of the Elestriad, where POWDR, representing Zeus in the Thunder Pantheon, is throwing down against IronBoffin, representing Demeter and the Earth Pantheon. These two casters have had a bit of a rough time so far in the Elestriad, but do not count them out as they are ready, and they have some of the best personalities, of course, so I'm very excited to see them open up some new stuff, add to their card pools, and see what they're gonna bring for this week of the Elestriad. Let me know who you got in this one. Do you have the best booster machine POWDR, or do you have IronBoffin himself? Let me know in the comment section below. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let's find out what these two casters are gonna open. Is POWDR gonna continue his quest for Grifuse, or is he gonna mix it up something else? And is IronBoffin gonna finally get that third Ambrosia he needs to execute that fruit deck? Let's take a look.
The Elestriad Championship, Week 5 opening. I'm POWDR TCG, the best booster machine. You guys know what it is. We are 1-3 right now. We are 1-3. This is Week 5's opening. I am facing off against IronBoffin. Now, I know that the whole gimmick I've been running is that I need to pull the Grifuse, but honestly, I feel like I could still play the deck without Grifuse, really. And I showed that. I think I did show that last week. Sure, it was against somebody who was also 0-3 at the time. Here I am trying my best to round off my runes, round off a couple things in my decks that I need. Not only was I trying to pull Grifuse, when I was opening packs, you guys saw that I was trying to also pull Sparkit, as well as pulling Zeus, if I could get those. But I didn't. Guess what this deck has right here? The Thunder deck. I'm going to go back into it. I opened it week 1. That was my, this is the Pantheon that we're going with. And guess what? Guess what? It has, if you look at all the stuff right here, a little bit of the goodies that I'm looking for.
Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is IronBoffin, and this is week 5 of the Elestriad, and I'm here for my opening, and I will be opening the Fire Starter deck. Now, the only thing I actually want from this is Ambrosia, but I do get Ambrosia and Gorgon's Gaze, which I think will be very important for me going forward for some deck building. I am 0-4 at the moment, but I do like my matchup versus a couple of the upcoming opponents. So I think I have an opportunity to at least get a win or two potentially. So that is all we can hope for at this moment in the game here. But let's dive right into our starter deck, and hopefully, you know, maybe I get a little lucky. Maybe I get a nice little Stellar Necro.
All right, so I got the deck out of the box. Obviously, if I don't know, does this deck also have a chance of getting a what do you call it inside of it? Is there a chance that I could get, like, you know, a little Stelly boy inside of this? I don't know. We'll see. Either way, I don't think there is. But there are a couple things in this that I would actually really like adding into my deck, and I feel like would help me in the long run. You know, there are a couple things that I feel like will really be important rune-wise. For example, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I add a Thunderstorm. I already have 3 Earthquakes, but, you know, having a couple extra Spirits is always good, but what we're really looking at is I really would love to add another where is it Sparkit would be nice. Sparkit's nice, right? Sparkit's good. Another Circle, maybe, if we're going to try to play some Nexus stuff, Nexus mechanics, and Zeus. That's really it. These 3 cards are really why I opened this up. I would love a 3rd Zeus in my deck, and I would love another a 3rd Sparkit. I can just guarantee them in this deck. Imperial, I don't really need more, but I might, you know, be cheesy and throw in another, you know, maybe Rabbit or something. You know, Boombat is good in here and everything. It's always good to have extra Nectars or an Ambrosia or something like that. So yeah, we'll see. Pretty solid, pretty good. Let's see what we can do. That is our opening, and I'm gonna, you know, see if I can brew something nice together with this, you know, this opening. So yeah,
we have our beautiful Hollow Trifernal, gorgeous looking card there. We got our Necruffs. I've seen a lot of people just running these just because they're a 5/1 drop, like that's really strong. So, you know, maybe I throw one of those in my deck. A couple of Blazerists, don't see me going down that route. Warmite's always a fun kind of little thing to run, you know, give something -4. Again, another one of those ones I probably could run just like 1 or 2 of, but then I get my Spirit deck gets a little complicated from there. Oh, we got some Flarachni. Humbust. When a player costs a rune, an opponent must then send the top 2 cards from their deck to their underworld. That's actually kind of a nice... That's actually not a bad card. I kind of like that. I don't know if I would run something like that, but Kinleo, Shady Penguin's path to defeating me was with Kinleo, so you did hurt my feelings a little bit. Volcaries. The Volcaries gets +1 free. Okay, so that's like my Tectoros. Cinder. When the Cinder receives 1 or more fire spirits, your opponent must send the top 3 cards from the deck. Oh, that's a good one. A lot of burn deck there. Schmaltuga. Love me some Schmaltuga. I really like the water deck. I want to play it one day. Veritaqua. Classic. Literally just hits defensive mons, or hits defensive Elestrals. Spine-Nymph, you little cutie. Look at you hanging around. Okay, now we're getting into what I'm actually looking for. No offense to you, Fire Elestrals. You're not what I'm looking for here. This is what I'm looking for. We got Nectar of the Gods, if I could get my focus in. Nectar of the Gods, classic. I already have a playset, so that's fine. Ambrosia, that's what we were looking for. Return up to 3 spirits from your underworld to your spirit deck. That's what I needed. I needed a playset, so now there's my 3rd. Well, technically now I have 4. But anyway, Circle the Sky, Hephaestus, don't see much use from you. Volcanic Forge, like I said, I'm not playing a fire deck. But then we have Eruption, not a bad card just to run. You know, force your opponent to expend 3 spirits is not a bad way to lose, or a good way to lock up a game. Earthquake, always gotta have one. And then Gorgon's Gaze is the other card I was looking for. Target an Elestral until the end phase. That Elestral's effect is negated and cannot receive enchantments, attack, nexus, or ascend. That would have been great for my week 4 match versus Jake Johnny and their Spark It. Unfortunately, I did not have this yet, so now we do. That's what we were looking for. Again, just a couple more important pieces for deck building, so that way hopefully I can get a win in this Elestriad. We have Tsunami, classic. I might try to run one of those, and then we have our beautiful spirits. So that's going to be the opening. Easy peasy one. Like I said, all I was really looking for out of the fire starter deck was some Ambrosia and some Gorgon's Gaze. So I think with these, my deck will be a little more consistent, give me a little bit of help in the back row. But that's going to be it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you on the next one.
I think it was really smart of Powder to pick up the Thunder starter deck and grab that 3rd Zeus, and also grab some of those other key cards that he pointed out, the 3rd Spark It, etc. Not having to roll the dice anymore on what he's going to pull in those packs. I think that 3rd Zeus could be crucial, especially for this deck. Although with Elechick, you can kind of make up the gap. But let's find out what Powder's going to bring this week against IronBoffin.
Yo, 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 what is going on? I'm Powder TCG, best booster machine. Week 5 deck build. That's what we are getting into. Usually I'm asking, what are we getting into? It's my deck. It's my deck that we're getting into right now. Now, the main deck, mostly the same, but there are I would like to think that this is probably the biggest changes I've made so far, right? We have removed some pretty important things from our deck, but I feel like they're important because we need to add some important things to my deck as well. And the way I built this deck wasn't to completely counterplay, but more so have a general win over IronBoffin. He's playing Earth. I know he's going to be playing some Rooney stuff, so we'll see. This was added in last week for Magnitude Steve. Don't really need it anymore. Riceros, I feel like 1 is good enough for my deck. Circle of the Sky, Spark Hit Nexus. I don't think I really want to use this. It was a one-off in my deck. I feel like I can replace it with something better, which I feel like I have. Okay, so this is the big one. Volt Tempest is coming out. I don't know if I'm going to regret getting rid of my big, but hey, it is what it is. Let's see how it goes. I don't have the Grafuse. Let's see what we can play. Maybe I'll get it next week. I don't know. We'll see. And we are getting rid of both of our Thunderbolts of Zeus's. Now, this might be a risky play. Let me know in the comment section below. Powder Fan Club, let me know in the comment section below, Powder Fan Club. You guys, I know we got a Powder Fan Club in the Elestrals community. I know y'all love me. And some of y'all hate me probably. But that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Because positivity will win us the game. It hasn't for the first 3 games, but it did our last game. So let's now look into the positives, the pluses into the deck, the positives. You know, here we go. Yeah. So those 2 Thunderbolts came out, and we got 2 Tsunamis in here. The only thing I have to remember about using Tsunami is I'm obviously going to be putting his stuff into defense position, but it also will be putting my stuff into defense position. So I have to be smart about that. Meaning if I use a Tsunami, I have to make sure I have to use it before before I cast or summon anything on my side. So 2 tsunamis. All right, Gorgon's Gaze, had 1 in there. Only have 1 in my deck. Felt uncomfortable only having 1. I know this is a super important rune that gets used and seen a lot of play. So Gorgon's Gaze, now we have 2 in there. Ambrosia, we had 1 in there. Now I have 2. Once again, I'm trying to make sure if I'm going to be using a lot of my spirits, I want to be able to get them back and, you know, recycle some stuff into my deck. We do have the 3 Quackles in there as well to help with the Thunder Spirits. After that, yep, we're adding a 3rd Spark Hit, which is why one of the circles coming out, I feel like I could just use Spark Hit to Nexus if I need to Nexus. So we'll see. And bam, a 3rd Zeus coming into this side as we opened our 2nd Thunder deck this week to get that Zeus and Spark Hit into our play. So that is what's going to be added to the deck. So this is our full deck right here. Yeah, 2 shields are being run in here, 2 Gorgon's Gazes, 2 Nectar of Gods. I feel like I don't need any more than that. 2 Thunderstorms. Now this is a play that I don't know if I should be making, but I'm going to be making it. Okay, so I have 2 Mount Olympuses. I have asked a decent amount of people if you run 2 or you should be running 1 stadium, and I feel like it's been very 50-50. And I have run 2 so far throughout the entire series, so I think I'm going to continue to run 2. If it's a bad decision, let me know in the comments section below. If it's a good decision, let me know in the comments section below. You guys are definitely more well-versed in the world of Elestrals than I am, and I'm here to learn and figure this out. So if you guys have something to teach me, by all means. All right, so we're keeping the Strabbits. So we got 2. Quackle, obviously 3 because of the recycle mechanic. It's too important. Boombat is awesome, especially if I can Nexus some stuff onto it. And then remove and get rid of some anything from my opponent has. Toxion, great. And then Galvenom, I'm going to be treating as, I guess, my kind of big in this. So expending 3 in order to target and destroy up to 2 cards is pretty crazy, especially if I could, it's just 2 cards. 2 cards means anything that is on IronBoffin side of the pitch. So yeah, 2 Galvenoms. We're going to stick with Jolton in here. 3 Earthquakes. Big fan of Earthquake. Really good card. Now we are only running 4 Terratlas, so I might, if I have to use more than 2 Earthquakes, I might need to be Ambrosiaing some stuff out of my deck, what's it called, Underworld deck, and go in, put them back into my Spirit deck. So yeah, those are the big changes. Yeah, I would argue some solid changes, some big changes, and I don't know, that's my deck. We'll see how it works out. Hopefully it works out good. I appreciate all of the support that I'm getting from the POWDR fan club. I know, once again, we got lovers, we got haters, but guess what we are gonna do? We are gonna fight, okay? We are going to fight, and we are gonna show some heart. That's what matters, folks. That is what matters. Okay? End the video, editor.
I think IronBoffin made an incredibly smart choice going for the Fire Starter deck this week. He grabs the Ambrosia he needs, he grabs Gorgon's Gaze, one of the best cards in the game, and he's going to be able to fortify his options with some more powerful Elestrals like Necruff as well. Let's find out what IronBoffin and the Earth Pantheon are bringing to take on POWDR.
Yo, what's going on, guys? My name is IronBoffin, and I'm here today to give you my Week 5 deck preview going against POWDR. So I'm very excited for this matchup versus a POWDR. I smell blood in the water, and I'm going in for it. Now let me show you what I'm bringing this week. So I'm sticking with the Earth deck, and you'll see that I've built kind of a fruit deck this week. I think it's a really fun deck. I think it's probably I'm probably the only one that's going to run it in this Elestriad, so I'm kind of excited to run a deck no one else is going to run. So I think that should be pretty cool. I kind of understand the concept of the deck, and I have the cards for it. So let me break it down for you guys. First, starting up, we got 3 Equal Links. Equal Links is one of the best cards in the deck for me. I can Nexus, and then when I do, I destroy and target runes. So this is all I have to do to invest in back row removal. I don't need P-Gust, I don't need Thunderstorms, I don't need any of that stuff. Just 3 copies of Equal Links. And he's already a 4-3 attacker and defense, so he's already a really good card. So next up, we have Tektoros. He's my beat stick. He's just a good, if I don't get the fruit deck playing right, at least I have a good card that can bring me some offense and a big attack body, make it a little hard to attack over, especially because he has cards like he has his Olympus, he has Zeus, and that can boost his cards up. And you'll see I'm not really playing a lot of Stadium, so I'm going to lose that battle. So Tektoros can kind of help me win the war, if you know what I'm saying. Next up, I'm running 3 Rummagem. Rummagem is here to search out my 1-cost Earth Spirits. So Rummagem is going to be used for to get me things like Equal Links, maybe Drataya if I can. But that's really all it's going to be used for. So Tectoros if I just need a beat stick. It's good just to search my deck for anything I could need at the particular moment in time. Then you'll see one of the stars of the fruit deck, we have Drataya. He's really cool because when a player casts Ambrosia, I can draw 2 cards, whether I play it or my opponent plays it. And, you know, there's been some discussion about whether Ambrosia is as good as it's being played. But I think in the best of 1, it was pretty much said, like, best of 1 really benefits from Ambrosia. So I'm running 3. My opponent's probably going to run 3. And then I'm going to benefit from Drataya with those. Next up, I'm running 2 Clovey. Clovey's a little cutie. He's got 4 defense, so that's pretty good. And then when he receives 1 or more Earth Spirits, I can draw a card. So nice little play and draw. So that's kind of nice. Then for some of my bigger monsters here, my bigger Elestrals, I have a Scavengem that is 4 attack and 6 defense. His job is to find Latagon for me. When he ascends, I can search for 2 cards with an enchantment cost of 1 or 2 Earth Spirits. So I can get Latagon, I can get my Forest, I can get Demeter, I can get any Earth Spirit card that I need from my deck. So that's really important. So Scavengem is going to be really good for finding that. And then the absolute star of the show, I'm only running 1 of them. I got Latagon. When a player casts Ambrosia or Golden Apple of Discord, I can target and destroy a card. So he's a star of the show. He's my boss Elestral. Hoping to bring him out. I do have a cheeky little play to maybe bring him out if it comes down to it. I prefer not to do it this way, but I do have a way to bring him in. So, and then I also have, that's it for my Earth Spirits, and then I also have 2 Astrabbit because why not? You can just slap Astrabbit in your deck and you're having a good time. So that's it for my Elestrals. Let me show you what I'm bringing for support. Okay, we got 3 copies of Earthquake. Not that I plan to have to play all 3, but it's still a great card to have. Let me keep a little bit of momentum going my way. It's really good. I have 2 Demeter. Demeter, you know, obviously it's really good for getting the +3/+3, but also what I really need this for is a vehicle of nexusing my Equal Links. So if I get one of these out, it's a lot easier to Nexus with Equal Links as long as I have one of those. I kind of wanted to make room in my deck for things like Elechic to get Demeter easier, but I didn't quite have room. So hopefully I can just get my Demeters early. And then I'm running 1 copy of Foley Forest. I probably should run an extra Demeter, but I do have the Forest just in case I find a good opportunity to take away his Mount Olympus. Next up, I am running 3 Tsunami. Just a really good card. Helps you preserve some momentum. Changes all. I know my opponent's not running water. Powder doesn't play water. So Tsunami's going to be really good here. And now, to the fruit aspect of this deck, I am running 3 copies of Ambrosia. Obviously really good on its own to replenish my spirit deck, and then also really good working with Latagon and Drataya. Drataya lets me draw 2 cards every time an Ambrosia is played. And if I have more than 1 Drataya, I get to draw, like, the effect stack, so I can draw 4 or 6 cards. And then if I have Latagon out, I can target and destroy any card I want. So that's really good for that. And then I'm running 2 copies of Golden Apple of Discord. I would love to have a 3rd. I have not been blessed by the packs to have a 3rd copy of Golden Apple of Discord. So I have 2, and that's what I'm running. It was because I was missing the 3rd that I ran Forest. Next, we have 3 copies of Shield of Achilles. A staple. I think everybody's running 3 copies of these. Are really good. Bounces an Elestral back to your opponent's hand. Not that it has anything crazy punishing if I do it, but it's still a good card to have. Next, I got 2 Gorgon's Gazes. That's really good for kind of freezing my opponent's Elestrals in place, stopping their effects, stopping their attacks, all that good stuff. I got 2 Poison-Tipped Arrows. Really good for he summons an Elestral, or he casts an Elestral. I weaken it for the start, and then also can destroy it at the end of the turn, so that way I can kind of maintain some board presence. And then my ace up my sleeve, the absolute trick card in my deck here, I am running my 1 copy of Rise from the Ashes. Pure desperation play is I can use this to ascend into my Latagon. You know, if I am, like, if my board gets cleared, or if I just don't have anything going for me, bring this, bring an Elestral back, a 1-drop, and ascend into Latagon with this card. So I'm hoping this pulls off because it's a really cool card, but it is expensive. So that is a problem with that, of how expensive it is. But I think it'll work out. I think it's a cool card anyway. I'm really excited to be running Fruit. Like I said, I don't think anybody else is going to run Fruit in this Elestriad tournament. But it's a cool deck, and I'm excited to play it. For my Spirit deck, I am running 15 copies of Taratlus, 15 Earth Spirits. I have 3 Thunder Spirits to play my 2 Ash Rabbits, so that's all I need for those. And then I have 2 Leviathan to play my 3 Tsunami. Obviously, all the math doesn't work out. I don't plan on playing all of them, but that should give me what I need to play them. So that's my week 5 deck preview versus Powder, and I'm hoping we have a good game, man. That's all I really love to get a win, but as long as I'm in the game. I think this is a good deck. I understand the deck, so I think I'm in a good spot. So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. Catch you guys in the battle.
All right, I'm not gonna lie, IronBoffin is cooking, man. That fruit deck is looking very tasty, and I quite like it. The Ambrosias, the Golden Apple of Discords, the Ladygons, the Dirthias, a really cool combination and a really cool attack that he can utilize this week to hopefully pick up his first win. If you're Powder, you gotta be feeling pretty good. You got your Sparkets, you got your Zeus, you got all your Thunder tools. You're in pretty good shape. Make sure you guys stay tuned for the Clash tomorrow. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys for the Clash.